Hello and welcome to the show. Today we have a video from Alpha Central.
Has any of your family seen your films, and if so, what do they think?
They have seen my films. They've seen lots of photos as well. They are not too happy with me.
They've seen your films? That's horrible. You were someone's daughter, someone's niece, and they had to see that? Oh my god.
Part of my family disowned me, but we're currently working on rebuilding the relationship.
You know what the craziest thing too is, like, when you look at all the biggest stars, they all regret it. Like, they all say it's their biggest mistake that they ever made was getting into this.
Only part of her family disowned her? I would have expected a unanimous decision.
I'm Amanda. I do.
Would you mind sharing what you think your daddy issue is?
My dad was never around, so I never learned how to be treated by a man. So they could punch me in the face and I'd be like, he still loves me.
Do you think that's the reason you're doing OF?
Probably, but my mom likes it. She's cool with it.
Your mom's okay with you doing OF?
She said, pop that for a G, girl.
After hearing her mom's advice, it's a lot easier to understand why the dad left.
Call your parents and ask them how they feel about you being on. Let's call my dad first. Shooting my show, and the people want to know how you feel about me being on.
Come on, teasing me. I don't pay attention to that stuff. I let you live your life. I educated you, helped educate you, and then you do your thing. I'm not part of that. What are you doing there?
Oh.
I don't want to know. Hey, does your mom know about this?
Oh my god, poor dad. He was thinking the lady was playing with some sausages because of the sound she was making. And you can hear the disappointment in the voice. And he doesn't want to do anything with it, and he's just trying to accept this the way it is. And oh my god, this made me so sad right now.
Imagine publicly reminding your own father how he failed as a parent.
Would you let your daughter do?
Absolutely not. Because one, I'm not having children, but if I did, raise my daughter to have class.
Would you date someone who has an account? What if they were making a lot of money?
No. I think it's trashy. It's just not something I'd want to be. I don't want a guy that needs that kind of attention. I actually want a guy that makes money off his brain, not his body. Even if he's got a great body, but not my thing.
What if your grandma wanted to start an account? Would you help her?
No. Sorry, not a fan of it.
So you wouldn't support her if she was like, I want to do it? If you were with somebody and they wanted to start an account, let's say they did, would you help them with the content?
No.
Doesn't matter who's doing it. This woman's clearly against any kind of degeneracy.
I'll just do it. It's fine. I'll just do it. It's fine. There's no complications. But there is complications. You have a tattoo, you have something that is unique about you, and then it's like, you're done. People recognize you, and you'll be disowned by your family, your friends.
What if you're making enough money to look after your family and your friends?
But are your family and friends going to take the money that you're earning?
Making money might be simple for some of them, but living with the consequences is a whole lot harder.
I'm going to be retired in a year.
Retired?
Yeah.
So
I could be retired right now.
So let me ask you a question. When you would get retired in a year, what does that mean for you? Are you wifey material?
I'm a wife.
But you suck on camera. How are you wife? I could go and buy you for $5. It's cheaper. I could get a gift shirt for $1. Let's talk about it.
I'll give you a little booty pump for 1 second.
I can get a lot for $1 if I got them all night.
$1?
I can spend $1 a minute and get it for 100 minutes. That's an hour and 40 minutes. So I can spend X amount of you and then have to spend more.
The crazy thing about this type of podcast and stuff where they bring the OnlyFans ladies to the show and try to talk to them, the hosts are trying to help her. Like, if you have the money to retire and you're already wifed up, so for some reason the guy is accepting this. I have no idea why. Maybe he likes that stuff. I don't know. It's weird. But why you're not retiring? Why you still doing this? Why you still hustling? Where? Because the way she said it, it was like she wants to retire. You have the money now, then retire. Invest the money smart into something else and let it grow. You need some money to make some money, right? But I'm trying to wrap my mind around it, and I just can't. This is just some crazy.
Sitting on a podcast casually discussing what your body is worth per hour is insane levels of depravity.
My stepdad was my top subscriber on my naughty website. Now I know what you're all thinking, oh, stepdad fantasy, could have made content from it, blah blah blah. This man had been in my life since I was 11 years old and spent $2,000 on custom content every single video that I sent out. When I caught him, he denied it to all of his friends, and obviously my mum got rid of him straight away. But yeah, if you want to talk about family trauma, my stepdad watched me have with my partner for 2 months. I gave my stepdad a rating. When all this came to light and my mum wanted, I guess, a little bit more confirmation and closure that it was him, my mum asked me to send her a screenshot, which I did, and her response was, "Yep, that's him, small."
She's doing her best to pretend that he's the villain. Well, it's pretty clear that both of them are equally depraved.
What are you making now?
Right now,
the OF?
I'm making around $200 on a good month.
Okay, so you don't have a job. Okay, well, you said another one was streaming, so how much are we making off that?
I took a break from streaming the last several months. Yeah, I know you're bad.
What are we doing here? What the f are you talking about? You don't make money. What? Yeah. What am I supposed to do here? You don't make any money.
I'm working on
When was the last time you made money? We hope to upsell them into the OF with the...
I actually do not advertise my OF on my Twitch because
it only makes $200 a month, so I guess we're not surprised.
Yeah,
What's the most you made off of that in a month?
Twitch or
OF?
I think I've made like $500 to $600 1 month.
Okay, so it's a joke.
It's passive. Yeah, it's passive income.
Barely. It's nothing.
Yeah.
Since when we call OnlyFans a passive income? There's nothing passive about it. This just blows my mind. Like, they're coping and trying to find an excuse why they're doing this without saying the real thing. They're just lazy. They're lazy and they want easy money. But this has been womanhood like all of eternity, and this is sadly how it works. And we have accepted this, and we will always accept this. But calling OnlyFans a passive income, this is just so much levels here. Holy moly, I can't.
I'm 21 years old and I do now.
How long have you been doing this for?
I started when I was 18, actually.
How soon after you turned 18 did you start?
Right after I turned 18.
Like the day of?
Yeah, so I created an account when I was 18, the day I turned 18, so yeah.
When did you start planning to start up?
Oh my gosh, I remember when I turned 17, my friends did a cake and on it was 1 year until and that gave me like an idea, okay, actually.
Who needs enemies when you got friends like that, eh?
So, and that gave me an idea, to be honest, and it gives me a lot of freedom.
I mean, with degenerate friends like those, who needs enemies?
This is such a common misconception, and I wish it was true. When I was doing, which was like from around 2016 until 2020, I would get paid anywhere from 500 euros to, I think the most I ever got paid for one film was 1,800 euros. And the 1,800 was for a 2-day shoot. At the time, I felt like it was really good money, but now looking back and seeing how the companies I worked for continue to make money off of my films, it's really not very much.
So she degraded herself online and still didn't end up making that much? What a surprise.
This video is for all the girls considering becoming an adult content creator. I've been a top OnlyFans creator for 6 years, and these are the reasons why I'm telling you not to do it. I'm not saying this to shame or judge anyone. I'm just saying this because I wish someone had said it to me. When I first started doing adult content 6 years ago, I wasn't famous, I didn't have a large following, I was just making a couple extra $100 a month, because I really needed help paying bills. People on the internet found where I worked, they found my family, they sent them all of my content. Everyone in my life basically was harassed. I was humiliated endlessly by my own fault, obviously. I know that, I chose to do it.
I actually got into...
Wait, where was the reasons why not to do it? Like reasons, there's so many reasons you can talk about it, but she was just talking about how She's a top content creator of OnlyFans, and if you want to lose your family, dear ladies, you start doing OnlyFans. If you don't want to ever get married, you start doing OnlyFans. If you ever don't want to have a happy family life, you start doing OnlyFans. This should be reasons enough why not to do it. But wait, there's more.
And it was the kind of money that when you're 18 years old, you dream of. You're like, wow, I just made $30,000 overnight. This is freaking insane. When you're young and you're a girl, you want to live this luxurious lifestyle. You want to be around all these fancy cars and all this money, and you want to have your own money. You want to be on yachts. You want to go do all this. And it's like, been there, done that, not it, don't do it. You're going to be left drained. You're going to be left feeling like terrible about yourself. Your soul's going to be gone. Like, God is the way. And like, there's going to be tracks of that everywhere for the rest of my life. If I could go back and do it all over again, I would never, ever, ever do that. I don't care how much money I can make.
They knew exactly what the trade-off was. They just thought the money would somehow make it worth it.
Would you ever date an OF girl?
My girlfriend's over there. No, I would not.
You wouldn't?
No.
What if she had $1 million in her bank account?
I still wouldn't.
And she could support you for the rest of your life and you don't have to work a day. And you could collab with her and make money.
I couldn't. I couldn't do it, yeah.
$1 million in the bank, but zero self-worth and respect? Yeah, not really the best deal if you ask me. Now the whole town has seen her naked, and she's got just enough money to cover groceries. What a deal.
Who is you?
I'm Ruby Hex, and I do OF for a living.
True or false, you earn more now than your previous job.
Oh, that's true. I used to work in a university.
Nice. Doing what?
I was a teacher.
True or false, your dad is proud of you.
I wouldn't know because I don't know my dad.
Wow.
Wow.
True or false, you've lied about what you do for a living.
I want to say false, but unfortunately it's true. Sometimes it's just not the place for it.
True or false, you film content while you're sick or hangovered.
Yep, the grind never stops.
She didn't need to mention her father wasn't around. That part was pretty obvious.
Bravo, absolutely smart, king move. I can go on and on because it's almost as if men can have standards and they can actually have a problem with something that a woman might be doing in her life. And by the way, why did you leave him to figure that out? That should be something that is outwardly given as information, because you should assume that most men would absolutely have a problem with this. Am I right, guys?
So those OnlyFans models, they're not giving out information freely? Like it's a business? Interesting. Is that not interesting? But yeah, it sucks if you want to have to go on a date and you have to Google or do background checks on the lady and find this kind of stuff out, instead of the lady giving the information freely, like, oh, I do this, maybe you're not okay with it. Where is this world coming to? The dating scenes today is way too difficult, and I do understand why young men are opting out.
Would you date a girl with an?
No.
What's your reasoning?
I like what's mine. There you go.
So you think because a girl has that means that she's not completely yours?
Yeah. Do you let people in your house?
Do I let people in my house?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
There you go.
Is that
in the crib?
Okay.
Stop pretending this is complicated. No self-respecting man is ever gonna be okay with their girl doing OF.
Would you ever settle down with a creator?
Okay, you have followers and you're like, yeah, I'm about to just make mad bread, but like if I can find videos of you sucking, it's over. Damn, it's okay, you know?
The videos are out there.
Hey, make your bread, girl. Go ahead, run the bag up. That's okay.
What's out there?
I appreciate, like, everything.
You can't settle down with any of these women. A relationship with them is basically signing up for years of regret.
What's one thing you wish you could undo? For me, it's... Yep, I did. And at the time, it felt like it was empowering. Like I was in control. Like I was just... I don't know. I really was just following the wave. Makes me sick to my stomach when I think about it. Me putting myself out there, jeopardizing my safety, my image, my body for weirdos, stalkers, men who literally didn't see me as nothing but a fantasy. You know what they don't tell you is that the platform is going to affect your reputation. It's going to make dating feel impossible. And the men that do date you, they're going to treat you like trash.
It's always the same story. The regret only arrives once they realize the consequences of their actions.
That thing that you wanted to be when you grow up, did you ever try it? And I mean, did you put hours of your time, years of your time into it? You're still gonna have to do that in this job. If there's anything you've ever thought about wanting to do, try it first. You might not have the chance to after doing this job.
It's honestly sad how a lot of women get into OF expecting easy money, only to trade their dignity for next to nothing.
I really feel like I let myself down really early on because I just did and I was like, I'm only going to do lingerie stuff. And then within a matter of days, I was pressured into doing and then a few months later, it's like, I was like, okay, I'll do my and I'll do my bum, but I'm not going to do my. And then within a few months, I was like, I'm just going to have to do it. And it's really made me resent the whole thing. But I'm sort of trapped, like having to do it.
People do get pressured to do more and most people, they do take a few steps further than they were initially comfortable with.
Yeah, I'm like trapped in doing because there's nothing, I don't have a plan.
Lady, what are you saying? Nobody forced you to do anything. There's pressure in life in everything what you do. Everything what you do. It doesn't matter what kind of job you have. It doesn't mean you have to do it. It was your choice. It was your body, your choice, and now you're playing the victim. I think we have seen this before, right? I think we have.
Is I got a teenage son and they're obsessed with me. They sing my songs in his school. They talk about how hot of a mom I am. And my son's friends started finding my own. So now it's hard for me to promote, and because now my son's going to school getting teased and like that, you know what I mean? So it's hard having a teenage son and being a hot mom.
I'm afraid the whole I'm worried about my son act is a little late after willingly selling herself online. This next woman is a former OF model.
You can start to really break this stigma and break this programming, and then it just ripple effects on. So that's basically a little bit of my story and my background. And yeah, just next time you're on social media, next time you see a girl that does, or you think that you want to post something that you think's hot or whatever, just take a minute and think about where that could lead you. And take a minute and think about, if I keep taking these steps, where am I going to end up? What's going to happen? And so it's just a really, really important thing to know that it's not it. It's not cool. A lot of these girls do it because they're lied to and they're told that this is their only path, this is the only way. And then a lot of girls desire to do it without actually understanding the ramifications.
Even if she's telling them not to do it, she's probably the last person I'd put in front of a room full of impressionable young girls.
Yes, my whole family knows that I do spicy work for a living. I'm gonna be honest with you, nobody really tries to say to me personally about it. I've answered this question a lot. Nobody has ever really came up to me and said a bunch of in my face. I've heard things through the grapevine, but I mean, if it's not directed, it's not respected. Because at the end of the day, it's not that I don't love my family, I love my family, but the only people whose opinion matters, and it's not even even my parents, the only people whose opinion matters to me is my sisters. Those are my people. And so everybody knows nobody really says anything about it directly to me. I already know people say stuff about it behind my back, but like I said, I don't really care.
Nobody says it to her face because no one wants to talk to her in the first place. Dang, call me Dr. Seuss.
Can a woman ever recover from being an OF
never
model?
No.
What?
Absolutely not.
But she changed her life, Sarah. She found God, Sarah.
Well, okay, let me reiterate. Can she recover? Yes. Will she have the best options of high value, high earning masculine men? No.
But it
doesn't matter.
She's abstinent.
She sold her body on the internet.
She's abstinent
People
now.
People have seen her busted, spread wide open.
There's
no way.
She dressed modestly now.
What is modest when you've seen it all?
She is a member of the PTA, Sarah.
I love that for her. Ladies, we have to do a better job of measuring the consequences of our actions in the now. Now, although femininity deeply lives in the now, we also have to be mindful of what's going to happen in our future. If you decide to be ran through, if you decide to have an OF, if you decide to do adult entertainment industry, you are disqualifying yourself from a certain type of man. You are disqualifying yourself from certain types of opportunities and experiences.
this is what we need to do when, after this speech, she was spot on, and this is the real regrets that the OF fans, or also models, OnlyFans models, you should be feeling, because you will be disqualified. Like real men, they will never ever choose you, and if they choose you, it was by mistake, because they didn't know that you had OnlyFans, and when it comes out, you're going to be on the streets, because this is where you belong. Because real men don't let this shit happen to them. Yeah, for example, if of course we know that in a relationship you get older ladies, let's say 30 plus. Of course we know that the lady has been with other guys. We don't need to know about it. Once I know how many guys the lady has been with, in my mind I'm already thinking it. It's like already plowed field, and already plowed field doesn't grow as good crop as unplowed field, right? And this is what you ladies don't understand, and this is what you, my dudes, you have to understand. I understand that most of watching, even at this point, is just dudes. So guys, understand. Do not accept this kind of behavior from your girls. If you are in a happy relationship and the lady comes, we have money problems and we should start doing OnlyFans. No, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's never worth it. Yeah, the most famous guy doing OnlyFans, I think, is Adam22. I think all of us know his story, that he's getting now a divorce. This is your future when you start doing this. You will have millions, you will have a broken mind, you will have a broken body, you will have a broken reputation, you have everything else is broken, but you have money in the bank. So ask yourself the question, is it worth it? Is it really worth it? In your true self, in your really, really true self, you need to think, is the money worth it? Money is not everything. It can buy you shit, but it never buys you happiness. Never.
Unfortunately, some mistakes stick with you for life, and degrading yourself online is definitely one of them.
And I don't care if the men hear this. If anything, this might sadly blow it up. I'll sit down butt booty in front of the camera and sit there for like 20 minutes staring at the camera. I can't stand it anymore.
I think that's the reason why men have an issue with and they criticize the way that they do, because they never criticize play. They never had a problem with Hugh Hefner. They never had a problem with, all of these, sites or where the woman is not directly profiting, and the woman, you don't know what the situation is, or if she's consenting, or if she's like enthusiastically and consenting. They have an issue with where women are directly profiting and they are deciding what they do and what they don't do.
This is a delusional take. We criticize all forms of degeneracy. The platform does not make a difference.
What's the least attractive job a girl could have? I'm dead. Okay.
Even calling it a job feels disrespectful to people who actually do real work for a living.
I had done from 18 to 25 years old. Yeah, at first I was enjoying it because the money was rolling in. I understand why women sit and go, maybe I should make it. I mean, I was making probably, it could be anywhere from 30 to 50,000. I was more so treating it somewhat as a business, but that didn't last long. That empowered feeling, it fades. When you continue to objectify yourself, sooner or later you will feel it. It takes a toll on your soul. In my time of being in the industry, I only knew 2 women that didn't use. I mean, I've seen women like pounding back bottles of alcohol, and it's so crazy because the activists, these women are empowered, they love what they're doing. In my head, I'm thinking, yeah, she's not as happy and empowered as you think she is. Like, I've seen her have to get wasted just to do the scene that you think she's enjoying.
The fact that almost all those women rely on narcotics just proves how messed up the industry is.
I've had many guys say they can't date me because of my job, and I'm always like, okay, well, obviously it's not meant to be. I'm not gonna take it that personally. If you don't like me because of the way I make my money, that's on you. But it amazes me how they'll then go and get a girlfriend who's just so incredibly boring, but looks just like me. I'm like, okay, I see how it is. Just accept the fact that you want me. And it's okay that I have a controversial job. But don't be with someone you don't 100% want. Don't go for the second choice because you're embarrassed about the first. It's disgusting in so many ways.
Maybe the new girlfriend looks just like her. Only difference is she still has her dignity intact.
Okay, I am continuing my series of why you shouldn't make an OF. And disclaimer, this is coming from someone who happily does. I make videos like this as educational and safety content because there are so many things that I love about this job, but I don't want to over glamorize it. I want to give you the full truth of the entire industry and avoid girls going into something like this for the wrong reasons or getting completely blindsided once they are actually in this industry. So I have gotten, I think, 3 messages in the last few weeks along these lines, but this is the first person who's actually subscribed to me to say something like this. So I got this message last night. This is the craziest thing I've done, subscribing to your OF because I have a crush on you and I'm too nervous to go up to you at the bar that I go to when I'm with my friends. This is the first time I saw blah, 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 had a crush, subscribe. Right? This is how I responded. I said, I'm going to be very frank and let you know that I'm not interested in someone who cannot find the courage to speak to me in person but goes out of his way to find me on OF to text me. Super inappropriate and super weird. This is not a dating site. This is my job. Would recommend trying to actually politely speak to a woman in person instead of doing this next time. A lot of us like to keep our personal and professional lives separate. Please do not try to speak to me in person now either. And I blocked him.
I wonder if she realizes just how ironic this advice is coming from someone who does OF.
And my dudes, if you don't understand why that advice is so dumb, it's because 99% of their followers are those guys. 99% are those simps. They hate. Go check out on YouTube any video where OnlyFans meet their fans in real life and you will see with your own eyes. Those ladies despise those guys, but those guys are giving them the money to live the lifestyle they have. It's so tough.
I'm disowned. What? My sister's disowned me.
Yeah, you've been disowned, and so is that woman that's decided to do that. It doesn't just affect. Oh, stop!
What?
She can't do it.
Of course she can. She wants to make a bit of money, Minnie. What's the matter with that?
What do you mean she wants to make a bit of money? She can make money elsewhere. She has a job. She don't need to get.
Yeah, what? £5 an hour?
What an amazing role model for her kids. I'm sure this is gonna end well.
Do you think this is wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why do you think it's wrong?
I'm a believer, and so it goes against what I believe in and what, Christ stands for.
Right.
And, I mean, lust is it's a very powerful addiction, and it's very hard to, overcome.
Why do you think women sell their bodies online?
Lack of identity. They don't know who they are. Lack of identity, self-worth. I mean, daddy issues. It's a list of things. I mean, bottom line is just they don't love themselves enough to not sell themselves.
Other women earlier were saying they do love themselves, which is why they sold their bodies. So why is that contradicting?
In our society today, because of how it's presented, because it's like easy money, a lot of it has to do with our morals and morality and stuff too. So you got to deal with your own soul and salvation at the end of the day. And so if you want to sell your body, go ahead, but there's so much more than just doing that, and you just got to tap in. You just take the time and just do that. So
Oh, my dude was spot on. I am a atheist, but I believe what he was saying 100% is correct. All these OnlyFans, years after they're done, they all find God. All of them. I haven't seen a single one who has not found God. At least it's not on video. And I hope there's statistics about it. I need to use Google for it, or ChatGPT. That's going to be a fun search. But they all find God. And why do they find God? Because their soul needs healing. And why does their soul need healing? Ain't that interesting? I just thought I'm using that sentence a lot lately. Ain't that interesting as well? Anyway, this is the video today. Alpha Central did an amazing job. I love this guy's videos. I love this guy's humor. I was laughing a lot. I hope you would too. So See you on the next one. If you do the YouTube things, it's going to help the channel. And I'm going to say bye.